Hey guys, and welcome back. And it's another Saturday, and another Saturday makes for another yard sale day. And as you can see, I do have a truck full of stuff again. So I'll probably take a few minutes and we'll get it out of the truck and into the garage, and we can take a better look at what we acquired. And each one's a little different, including that bike rack came on there, so I figured it'd be easier just to shove it in the back of the truck. Get us out of the wind and out of the noise, and let's go see what we have. Alright, I got everything unloaded and out of the truck and in the garage, and we can kind of get a better look at some of the stuff and what we have. We'll just go from right to left. First is that, again, that bike rack, and it looks like it holds 3 bikes, but they stand straight up like this, and it grabs the front wheels. You take the tire off and you grab the front forks. Looks like a fairly high-end unit. Doesn't look like a piece of crap, which is what I normally have. And I don't really have a use for it that I believe, but I think it wouldn't be a problem getting rid of it on Craigslist. So that's probably the future of it. Got to do some homework on it, find out what it's worth, and kind of go from there. The only thing I do know is where the pin goes in. I don't know if I can get down in there. It's got threads in it. I went to go put the pin in, and I'm like, well, my pin's not going to go in there. So it must have had some other kind of lock that took the sway out of it, I'm guessing. We could not find that though, but it might be in with the other stuff. So that's that guy. Then we have a white metal detector. It is, I guess the name brand is probably Coin Pro, I'm guessing. And here's the book that's on it, and information. Maybe I'll pull that receipt out later and make sure the person's name is not all up in it. I actually don't see any receipt in there at all. But it's got the owner's manual, I do believe. And it looks like it takes 2 9-volt batteries. I have not put the batteries in it yet. But my brother does metal detecting, and he said pretty much anything that has the name white on it, grab. They're worth taking. And it looks like it's either 8 or a 10-inch head that's on it. Alright, keep the jokes to yourself. A motorcycle lift. It is discombobulated from me moving it around, but the bottle jack goes here, and it's good for lifting up bikes and ATVs. I already have one of those. Again, the price is right. I had thrown it into a package deal, and I will probably be selling that, as I don't need 2 of them. This at first looked like a crap pile. It was up in the attic. There was no light up there, and I turned the light on my cell phone and took a better look into the hopper. Like, first you started seeing crap like this, you're like, yeah, it's full of junk. But then I started looking closer. And of course you're not going to focus. But are you going to have to take my word for it? That says snap-on. That does not say step-on. But it does have a bunch of wrenches that were all snap-on. So we're going to go through here and see if it is any kinds of complete sets or anything, but the guys that know how expensive this stuff is. So I think we have a fairly good score inside here, because a lot of that is snap-on. What do you think the chances are that the 10mm is still there? The one that's always missing. Standard. So we'll dig through that and see what comes out of it. Some Craftsman and some other crap mixed inside there, but again, the one ratchet alone was more than worth what I paid for the whole box. A funnel, one of the square ones with the little handle on the side of it. We'll go try that. Kind of like the fact that it's got the little tiny nipple setup on it, so it's good for getting into the like automatic transmissions. I think this is just a bike rack. It's spring loaded. Looks like you put your tire up into it and it just maintains pressure on it, and It's for parking your bike when it's not in use instead of a kickstand. A couple of battery terminal ends, just new in the package. Grab those just to throw in the hoard. A battery charger. I think I paid $2 for this. The reason why I grabbed this, I have big battery chargers, but I do not have any small ones that go down to 2 amps, which would be good for recharging motorcycles and smaller batteries without baking them to death. And it is a 12 and 6 volt too, so it does both batteries. So I figured that'd be good to go have. I don't think it's been used more than once or twice by the looks of it. And then we have these. I'm going to go set the camera up on the stand. We'll go open up. These are like saddlebags and stuff that were on the recumbent bike, but they have stuff in them. I have not opened them yet, so I figure we'll open them together and we'll see what kind of prizes are inside there. And I don't know if I want these or not, but these are riding shoes with the clip-ons in them for biking. Set of tubes, another side mirror. Got a mosquito that does not want to leave me alone. Over here in this pile, we have a bunch of go-kart tires, and there's looks like 3 rears and 2 fronts, and I got some really cool looking alloy aluminum rims. The tires look pretty cool. I'm not quite sure if it's a racing go-kart or what the thing is, but they were $5 for all of them. I said for that it is worth throwing them in the hoard for future builds of different things, and who knows. But again, I'm a hoarder, so I wanted them. A stool, and the reason why I got the stool is because our doggy's getting kind of old. She's had a little hard time getting up and down on the bed and that kind of thing. So I was looking for something intermediate between the height of the bed and the floor, so she can go up one level and make a stair. We already have a handicap ramp on the back porch for her to get in and out of the house a little easier without going up and down the stairs. So I figured I use that for that. It's got a tear on the top of it, but so what? The dog's just going to use it for a stepping stool. All right, ready? Excuse me. This guy. Don't know much about him. I always wanted to try riding one. I always feel the people that ride them, it always looks goofy going down the street, but they always seem like they're having a good time doing it. And it is not a made in China kind of deal. It said made in Seattle, Washington. There it is. And it's got a lot of hardware on there. You steer from underneath where you sit. You kind of push your back into the seat. I don't know how many speeds it is, probably 21. It's got 3 derailleurs in the front, not sure what it has in the rear. And he had said it was an expensive bike, and his dad kind of cut it up and modified it, and looks like he put a kit motor on it. Not sure what that is cc wise. Looking like it's a 2-stroke, and I think they sell those in kits. I think I saw them on eBay before, but that's been installed on there too. And that just kind of runs a kicker wheel against the tire to help go drive it. What do we got on the back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8 or 9 sprockets on the back of that. So it's up there how many the gears are. Must be thirsty too, because he's got water bottle holders everywhere on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 4 or 5 that it was set up on. I don't know what that controller is. I don't know if that's like a speedometer, altimeter, whatever. There's one wire going down somewhere. And the controls for all the shifting and everything. So I may have to go take that into a parking lot to try it. Instead of taking it out in the main road and riding it right away, I think we'll learn the it's got front suspension. Nothing on the rear. Alright, so let me get you set up in the stand. We'll go open those bags and see what's inside those. Alright, what do you say we go through these? Kind of thumb through them. Let's see if this. I would figure it's gonna be like tools and stuff for bikes. Don't see anything in this one. These were all just stacked up on top of the bike, and the owner passed away, and the son was selling off all this stuff, and they were selling the house in I think 4 or 5 weeks. They had a bunch of sales. I guess the place was packed earlier, and like a month ago, and they've been going through it a lot. There we got a couple of lights. Used in 06, I guess was the last time for that. Tire spoons. Owner's manuals for the shoes and the bags. And looks like owner's manuals for the lights. And I don't know what else that's in there. Looks like possibly some spare bulbs and stuff. Spark plug for the motor. Looks like some tools probably for that motor. I think that guy's empty after that. I don't know if these are just heavy or if they have stuff in them. But these are like saddlebags, quick connect saddlebags. I don't think anything's in these. Why not? Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. So anyway, he just kind of really wanted to get rid of stuff. He was not, at this point of the game, he just kind of wanted everything gone. That looks like a poncho to put over the bag when it's raining. This one feels like it's got stuff in it. All kinds of stuff. Tire repair. Bike tools and hardware. A couple of wrenches. I don't know. Oh, chain. I don't know what the long Allen key is for though. Tire gauge. Reflector. Another spare tube. Something. One of the pedals for those shoes. And the other pedal. And a pretty cool looking bike pump. Is that it? I think that's it. So, oh nope, there's something else in here. Mirror. Anything else, I think it's just a little water bottle holder. You guys hear all the Harleys in the background? It's Bike Week. So that's all that stuff. And all right, we'll talk price. My camera's blinking saying the battery's ready to go dead. Everything was $210, except well, the wheels were $5 on top of that, so $215, and that was $2. So $217. Battery charger came from a different location. That was $2. So $219, I think, was the grand total of everything. And I think the bike alone should have that in value. So some stuff I am going to get rid of on Craigslist. But again, a decent score. Never know what I'm going to go find. It's my version of going picking and treasure hunting, whatever you want to call it. And I enjoy it. So again, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later. I took a second and kind of went through those sockets and picked through and organized into some kind of piles. But garbage made in Taiwan, we're going to throw that in the junk drawer. This is just kind of a mix of this and that. Nothing really of any good value in there. Half a decent ratchet. Don't know who makes it. It is. Tell me. Met wrench? I think that's what, Met inch? Something like that. And then some partials. That's some Craftsman stuff. This is SK. I don't know what that is. These are... I think they're Proto. This set right here is just really odd. These guys, you look at the orientation of the socket heads, they're written down as being both. They're a metric and a standard. Like that one says 7/8 and 22 millimeter. And it seems to be a complete set of those. But I have a feeling that's kind of like, 2 a.m. on the infomercial kind of tool sale. And those deeps are the same. And actually that ratchet that I just showed you is the same thing too. So who knows? I'll just throw those in the socket junk drawer. And sometimes when I build bikes, I use sockets for spacers and shims and give it a unique look. All right, ready for the snap-on pile. Some miscellaneous snap-on wrenches. A 17 and a 12 millimeter of a long set too. And then it looks like to be almost a complete socket set, 12 point, missing a 7/16. Other than that, it seems like it's complete. There's a deep 1/2 inch. The ratchet that I already showed you, an extension, and then this set of wrenches, which looks like it's complete, of the snap-on variety also. So this is probably the money shot. It's going to be that guy, and that set. So when you guys ever price snap-on stuff, you'll know what I'm talking about. So this is definitely going to go into my stash. I like those. The sockets I'll probably put on a rack, see if I have. I might even have a 7/16 snap-on, because this is not the first time I've done this. So I may have enough to put a set together for that, and throw that in the toolbox and kick out a Craftsman set or something. Alright guys, now I'll sign off. And again, thank you guys all for watching, commenting, subscribing. See ya.